Hello, today I am going to show you my everyday makeup. So this is what I've been doing on most days. Of course, some days might be a little different. Some days I might want to wear a little bit more makeup just depending on what I'm doing. But what I'm going to show you today is pretty much my everyday natural makeup look. So it's not a lot of makeup. It doesn't look like a lot of makeup, which is what I have really been preferring lately. So that's what I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through it, so it might be a little bit of a longer tutorial. And I have already moisturized my skin. I have used coconut oil, which you might have heard me talk about in my natural skincare and beauty haul that was a little while ago. So I picked up coconut oil and I have been using it. Well, here it is, I'll show you. I've been using this on my face as a moisturizer. So I used that, and then over top I just used this primer. This is a primer that I got in my, I think it was my December glam bag or Ipsy bag. And that's what this looks like, the Mirabella. But I really do like it. It makes my skin feel smooth, so I am ready for makeup. So I always start out with my face makeup. First I'm going to use some concealer. And I have these two concealers that I really love. They're both the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind dark circle erasers, but one is just a regular color. It's the color Light that I use all over my face. But recently I saw that they have this shade that's called Neutralizer that's specifically for under eye circles. So I thought that I would try it. I thought it was interesting. And it definitely seems like it gives more coverage for the darkness under the eyes than just this one alone does. So I'm going to use a little bit of this first under my eyes here. And then I just blend it out. This is a Sigma foundation brush. It says that you can use a neutralizer shade for your under eyes, and then we'll use this underneath the regular concealer. So I did as it said, and I just put the other one, the light shade, over top of that, because that's how it recommends that you use it. So I guess it's just supposed to give you more coverage if you have a lot of problems with dark circles. And I mean, mine aren't horrible, but I still just wanted to try it out. So I just put it over that. Then I take a little bit on my eyelids because they're a little bit darker. And then I use this anywhere else on my face where I might need it. So anywhere where I have a blemish or where there's darkness, wherever I want to lighten, things like that. So just like that, just anywhere on my face, any little spots, and then I just blend it out again. And if you watched my most recent foundation routine video, you will see that I use concealer kind of like as a foundation. Well, just because I don't use a liquid foundation or a powder foundation, so as I said in that video, concealer is really where I get most of my coverage. And after I use concealer, then I put powder over top of it to just set the concealer, and that's basically all I wear for my foundation routine. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder with this brush. This is a Sigma large powder brush, the F30. So just get some on the brush. I'm almost out of this, so I already bought a backup, a new one, for when I completely run out of this because I really love this powder. So I just powder my face, specifically in the areas where I have put concealer on. And then I'll also put some on my cheeks or just the rest of my face where I didn't put concealer, just to blend everything. Next, I would usually do my eyebrows, fill them in a little bit. They don't always need a whole lot, but I do like to fill them in a bit. So I like to, well, recently since I got this, I've been using the Naked Basics to fill in my eyebrows. I've been using this color right here. It is called Naked 2. And I've been using just an angled brush. So I just get a little bit on the brush and just fill them in a bit. Oh, and I also like using this. This is by Milani. It's the Easybrow. Well, it has a pencil on one side and a brush. So I also sometimes like to use the pencil to fill in. I'll just do a little bit like that. So next I would finish off the eyes, and a lot of days I won't wear any eyeshadow and I'll just put on some mascara, and I like that because it looks really natural and it's also just really low maintenance and it's nice when I'm in a hurry. But so for that, if I don't want to wear eyeshadow, I will put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids like you saw me do, put powder over top of it just to set that concealer, and then that's kind of like my eyeshadow. So, but if I do want a little bit of eyeshadow, but I still want it to look natural, what I have been doing is using these two colors, either just one of them or both. I mean, they're really similar and they look similar on the skin, but this is also from the Naked Basics palette. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to put some on for you. So I think I'm going to use Walk of Shame. And that one's just, it's a little bit more of a pink tone. Not that it shows up pink on your lids or anything, but compared to Foxy, Foxy looks like it is more yellowy. So I just put a little bit on like that. I mean, it's really not even that necessary because I don't think that it's that noticeable. Can you tell that I have any eyeshadow on? So yeah, just a little bit of that. So then I would move on to my mascara. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And I'm using my favorite mascara, which is the Covergirl Lash Blast. And this one is in the color Brown. And some of you may have heard me say in other videos why I like to use a brown mascara. And that is just because it looks more natural than a dark black mascara does. My eyes are all done, so then I just finish off the face. I will put on a little bit of highlighter and some blush, because I love blush. And I think blush is just so beautiful, and it really helps to kind of add life to your face, a little bit of color. So for highlighters, I really do switch off. Recently I've been switching off between the Balm's Mary Luminizer, which I got in a Birchbox a couple months ago. It's a really pretty highlighter. I've been switching off between that and one of my new favorites, which is the Lorac Perfectly Lit Highlighter in Spotlight, which I have showed y'all in some videos, and you may have also seen that mine is cracked. So I think I'm going to use this one today. So I just use a little highlighter brush. This is by Sigma. It's the F35 tapered highlighter. Get a little bit from this complete mess. Just like that, and just put some on my cheekbones like this. And I've also mentioned in videos how I like how this highlighter goes on light, so you can really build it up if you want to. Oh, and in my last video where I showed this and I showed you guys how it was broken, I saw a lot of y'all's comments about how you can fix a broken powder with, I think it was alcohol or something. But I want you guys to know that I did see those tips. Thank you so much. I had no idea that you could even do that. So I might have to try it out if I have time and if I'm not too lazy to actually try it. And then I will use some blush. And lately I've been really loving using Nars Blush in Sin. It's this one. It's such a beautiful color. It's kind of hard to describe because I feel like it looks kind of like a dark berry or purplish color, but I don't know, I just think it looks so beautiful when you put it on the cheeks. And I'm using a large angled contour brush from Sigma. F40 is the number on that one. And then if I ever feel like I've put on too much, I will take a very large brush. This is another large powder brush, F30, and just do this on my cheeks. to blend it out even more. Just like that. And that's basically all I do for my makeup. I will also always put on some lip balm or chapstick. This is just one that I keep with my makeup here on my desk when I'm doing my makeup. It's an EOS. I think this is lemon, like lemon drop or lemon something. Does it say on here? Lemon drop, yep. And if I want to add a little bit of color, but color that still looks natural, I like to use this. This is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in the color Honey. And I think I've also mentioned this, probably in my last favorites video. Yeah, I did. I mentioned how I like this because it looks like a really natural lip color, just a natural pink lip color. So I like to get some on like that, and then go like this to get some of the excess off, and then it just leaves a really natural looking color like that. So that is everything that I have been doing recently for just my everyday natural quick makeup routine. I think it looks really natural. You guys can tell me if you think it does too. And it's also just really quick and easy to do. Of course it took longer on video because I was talking you through it, but if I need to do this in 5 minutes and rush out the door, I really feel like I can, or maybe 10, because sometimes I like to take my time, but I can do it really quickly if I need to, which is a great time saver and it really helps. So that is all for this video and for this natural makeup look. I hope that you found it helpful and maybe you can take some inspiration from it if you are wanting to simplify your makeup routine a little bit, or if you want to go with a little bit more of a natural look some days. So again, I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.